Here's something that you might be missing. Most do. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Step 1 is, that's when you clarify. Life helps you clarify. You know what you don't want. You know what you do want. You know what you don't want. You know what you do want. You know what you don't want. You know what you do want. You knew when you were 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. In other words, you've been clarifying. And your vortex is full of the clarification. Not just the clarification that you put there with every one of those experiences, but your inner being's been standing there as you've added another and added another. And your inner being is kept up with all of it. So, oh boy, is it specific. Is it very detailed? Who you are and what you want is so well known. So well known to the universe and to your inner being, and known because law of attraction has gathered it. The question is, do you know what's in there? And the answer to that is, how good do you feel? In your appreciation, then you're in the place to receive the inspiration. But you couldn't possibly live every good thing that your vortex has queued up for you all at once. That would be a mind-blowing experience. Although sometimes you get so tuned in it feels like it. You'll take a walk and every wonderful thing that could possibly happen will come with you on your walk. Every sweet little dog or sweet person or bird flying over or thinking that you haven't seen before. In other words, so much beauty and wonderment comes to you when you get in that vibrational place where you're just following your bliss. As Joseph Campbell said, follow your bliss, follow your bliss, follow your bliss. So now what are you asking about?
So now what I'm asking about is, how do I tap into my vortex to manifest those? Right?
What's the word? Meditate.
I do. Every day. Every day I do.
All right. So when you meditate, do you quiet your mind or do you think a lot?
I absolutely quiet my mind.
And when you quiet your mind, what happens to your body?
Relaxes.
And do you feel any detachment? Do you find yourself sort of not knowing your toe from your nose?
Yes. Yes.
Once you're there, then listen. Listen for the impulse. Listen for the impulse. Are you aware of that happening?
Yes.
You just answered the question that you asked us. That's how you do it. So you're already doing it.
I am doing it. I want more of it.
This is why this conversation is so wonderful. So once you are consciously aware that you've received a thought, it's all right for you to think, hey, I just received a thought. I'd like to receive more thoughts. But if you think too much about the thoughts you want to receive, you'll get in the way of it because you just want to get in the habit of receiving the thoughts. And then, thankfully, the timer will go off because the 20 minutes is only 20 minutes long. So there you are, and now it's time to take your newly achieved vibrational alignment and to move outward into your world. And so you go as far as you can go in the day, and you might maintain it for a while, you might not, it doesn't matter. Start again tomorrow and go as far as you can go in the day. You might make it an hour, you might make it 2 hours before you begin having more contrasting thoughts. It doesn't matter. But then the next day, until it won't be very long, a week or 2 or 3, before you will not only have quieted your mind as you are accustomed to doing, but you will have consciously received what your inner being is inspiring to you. See, your inner being's offering this all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. You just don't have your radio on sometimes, so you don't hear it. You're settling or you're doing that practical thing instead. But once you've decided, I am going to put myself in a place where I can tune to the frequency of my source, these things you got to know. We're going to ask you if you do. Do you know that you are more than this body? Do you know that there's a vortex full of things that you want? Do you know that your inner being knows about them? Do you know that your inner being knows where you stand in relationship to all of them? Do you know your inner being's talking to you all the time about helping you rendezvous with them? Do you know that sometimes you're listening? Do you know that sometimes you're not? Do you know what to do about getting better at listening? Then you've got it. That's all there is. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, really good at it. Step 5, enjoying the contrast and putting more stuff in. That's why you never get it done. You know, if you didn't keep going back to step 1, you could get it done. But as long as you're allowing yourself to continue to have experiences and to continue to ask for more, it's just this eternal process of joyful unfolding and never-ending eternalness.
I think I get caught up in the I need to take action.
Well, action is divine, and we don't blame you for liking it. We're just asking you to wait for the inspiration to act rather than trying to use the action to get there.